Hi there guys, Sam here. You join me once again in the Golf R for another video, just to talk a little bit around the MK8 Golf and whether or not I'd kind of consider buying it with kind of the latest information that's kind of come out recently. So I'll get straight into the video. So yeah, once again in the Golf R, heading up to sort of, well, it's slowly getting near 26,000 miles in this car. It's been great, and if you're not familiar with my channel, please check out my other videos of kind of my ownership of my Mark 7 Golf R. This video is more specifically around the MK8 Golf. And you know, I've seen a lot more information recently this week, and we're sort of mid-December now, 2019. And I've actually found it quite interesting because VW haven't really advertised the MK8 Golf in the same way as I would have probably thought. Being such a big global seller, if you actually go onto their website to try and buy a Golf, it doesn't really make it easy. It very much is still pushing the Mark 7.5. And they've obviously got plenty of stock of that to kind of sell, so they're sort of making it out as if that's kind of the Golf to go for still for now. You can only really request information on the MK8 Golf, which is a bit weird, and it's the same thing as well with the new ID3, which I'll go on to explain a little bit as well. With sort of the new information around it, it looks really up to date for sort of coming up to 2020 in terms of tech. The stuff it can do, the stuff it's built upon from the Mark 7 Golf R is, the Mark 7 Golf I should say, is fantastic. You know, can park itself, lane assists, everything is just tweaked that little bit better to be able to do things which make your life easier. The only real interesting point in it to keep the costs down is the fact that it's still, the MK8 Golf is still fundamentally based on the Mark 7.5 platform, so there's no real big changes there. The whole body's changed, and obviously the infotainment and the interior's changed, but the car itself isn't that much different. In fact, even the lineup of engines, there's nothing really massively different about any of them other than adding in a hybrid for some of them. It makes it quite difficult to kind of just go for a MK8 Golf, and it's something that's quite hard to recommend for someone who's got a Mark 7 already, to kind of, is the leap really big enough? And I don't really think it is. And for me personally, I'm still at kind of like an age and a time where I still kind of really want an exciting car, and the only MK8 that would fill that kind of criteria might be the MK8 Golf R, which I really want to see more information on. And you know, I've done videos on that in the past as well, along with the MK8 Golf GTI. They both seem exciting. Really want to know more about the Golf R. But if you're the sort of person who wants just like a normal do everything car, I do think the MK8 has really got it. You know, it's so comfortable. You know, adaptive dampers on a car that's already quite comfortable as it is pretty ridiculous. Something to cruise around in, something that can do the daily grind quite easily. And you know, it's still, you know, it's an entertaining car to kind of be in and to drive. The engines don't really seem specifically like special to me. The most special engine I think in the Golf range is the A888 engine in these Golf R and the Golf GTI, which they are carrying over, and then they're tweaking and revising for the MK8, which we'll see more information next year. If you want to get a MK8 Golf and you're looking at one now and you're kind of looking at the competition, I'd say it should be like right up there on your list really. Particularly if you haven't owned a Golf before, you know, I think it's a good one to kind of step into. Hard to recommend for someone like me who owns a Golf. You know, would I do the upgrade? It's hard to justify, even to the Golf R. You know, what more is it actually going to bring that this car doesn't already do? I'm not a person who's massively big on technology in terms of in cars. You know, I just want to kind of drive the car. I'm not too fussed. But I do see how that's where the future's going, and that's kind of where the market's going, that you have to have all this technology. And the MK8 Golf R fulfills that, and some. It'll be interesting to know when prices are announced around it. I've always seen the Golf as kind of a people's car. You know, it's not cheap by any means, but it's not sort of out of reach for an everyday kind of person. You know, I worked hard to save up for this Golf, and it's attainable and affordable for me. And there's no reason why the MK8 Golf can't be that as well. They have dropped the fully electric Golf from the range, and they've sort of changed that brand into the ID3. Now that is a car that I am really interested in, and it's actually a car I am considering for next year as well. I'm not too sure if the world is ready just yet, in the UK anyway, with the infrastructure in place to actually have a fully electric car. But I think it is getting there, and that's a car that I am interested in as well. And it's kind of highlighted VW's mission to kind of move away a little bit from their focus on the Golf and move on to something new. I think there'll always be a place for a Golf, but as the future goes on, it'll be interesting to see how long it kind of sticks around. But what I'll do is I've hopefully overlaid pictures of the Golf as I've kind of been speaking. You know, it's an interesting looking car, and to be honest with you, if you're not massively into your driving, it's got to be top of your list in terms of that all-round car that can do everything. And you know, I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like come next year when it's, you know, we'll start seeing some more on the road. But yeah, let me know what you think about the Mark 8 Golf as a whole. You know, I'm more into sort of like the Golf R, the GTI, that kind of side of things, but the Golf as a platform has been really, really brilliant over the many decades that it's been around, and you know, this one should be no different really. And moving into an era where you know, it seems like technology and electrification on everything is the way we're going, it'll be interesting to see how it all turns out. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still quite happy I'm sitting in a Golf R and having fun on that while it lasts, because you know, combustion engines, they're just not going to be around in 10 years time. They're really just going to be pushed away, I feel. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the Mark 8 Golf in the comments below, and give it a like if you've enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more content on my Golf R ownership as well as kind of VW updates, as I kind of like to bring to the channel as well. If you'd like to watch my most recent video, click up there. If you'd like to watch a video I think you'd be interested in, click down there. And if you'd like to subscribe, please click on the link just in front of my face. But thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers, guys.